The SAB-50 is tied for best damage and best mobility in the marksman rifle category. Whenever you build the SAB-50 for max speed with this class setup, it's basically the best shotgun and the best sniper rifle in the game at the same time. The thing is damn near unfair. I will show you the max speed attachments, but before we do that, I upload class setups and other Call of Duty videos to this channel daily. It would mean a lot to me if you consider leaving a like and subscribing down below, but let's look at the class, boys and girls. Grinding out camos today, we had on the Akimbo X12s with the 1MW pistol laser, the XRK LUC9 barrel, the XRK lightning fire trigger, and the 33 round mag. Pack is a stun, lethals, a Semtex, as always, perk package 1, as always, double time, battle hardened, fast hands, quick fix, and the field upgrades are dead silence and munitions box. With the launch of Season 2, they decided to once again change how some of the attachments work. So we're going to be starting with the attachments that definitely have no tuning. We're going to be starting with the FSS ST87 bolt. This is the rechambering speed bolt. All this is doing is upping your fire rate, letting you get more shots on target quicker. The other attachment that has no tuning is the stock. We have the XRK Spectre mod stock. Across the board, this is the speed stock, aim down sight, sprint to fire, movement, and then hip recoil control. And the hip recoil control is kind of what makes this thing into the best shotgun in the game. This thing's no-scope accuracy is silly accurate. The cons are aiming recoil control, aiming stability, and flinch resistance. The worst of those probably being the flinch resistance. Whenever you get shot at, you're going to be staring at the sky, but honestly, it's a pretty good trade-off for just how quick this is. You're going to be killing people before they even have their guns up ready to shoot back. And as far as recoil control is concerned, you're going to have to pull down ever so slightly after every shot, but it's a bolt-action rifle. There isn't really a lot of recoil. And now we have moved on to the laser slot, the FSS Old V laser. This is the aim down sight speed and sprint to fire laser with also some aiming stability. This is one of the things they changed during the Season 2 update, because until Season 2 launched, lasers never had tuning. It was like the first thing I said in most of my class setups. But for some reason, whenever they decided Season 2 was going to be a thing, they decided to let us tune lasers now to make them even better. So I have it tuned for sprint to fire and aim down sight speed, just doubling down on the speed of the attachment. The aim down sight speed is supposed to be -30, the sprint to fire speed is supposed to be -0.20. Moving forward to the barrel, we have the 12.5-inch carbon barrel. This is aim down sight, movement speed, and hip recoil control, again just making this thing even more like a shotgun. The cons here are damage range and bullet velocity and some other stuff, but the other stuff we already talked about. The damage range, this thing is going to one-shot at the distances it's going to one-shot at. You're going to have to hit chest or head to get one-shots for the most part with this thing anyway, so the damage range is meh. The bullet velocity is also a little bit meh, but it's not that big of a deal. You might have to lead your shot ever so slightly if you're taking super long gunfights, but if you're just running around and being aggressive the way this class is supposed to be used, the bullet velocity will never be a problem. And then for the barrel tunings, it is tuned for aim walking speed and aim down sight speed. Aim down sight speed is -0.25, aim walking speed is also supposed to be -0.25. And then coming into the fifth and final category, I chose to use an optic. I'll give you guys other suggestions after we talk about the optic. By default, this thing has no scope on it. It has iron sights, so we have on the Luca Bandera scope, this is 3.7 magnification and then 8 magnification. If you want it, wouldn't recommend it. The cons are small sniper glint, aim down sight speed, and then aim walking movement speed, but we can fix that with tuning, and the other attachments offset it really well. And then coming into the tuning, it is tuned for aim down sight speed and the far eye position. The far eye position is just maxed out, and then aim down sight speed is -2.5. Now, like I said, these are the attachments I decided to run with. This is the class I have the most fun with. Some other suggestions I can make real quick. If you would like to balance out the damage range with some more aim down sight speed, you could take off the barrel and go into the rear grip and then use the Schlager match grip. This is sprint to fire and aim down sight speed. So that is one suggestion you can make. Another suggestion you can make is you can take off the scope and use that, then actually make this thing into a shotgun with the iron sights. Or for what it's worth, the 5-round magazine does give you a pretty big buff to both mobility and handling if you're into that. But you'll have to decide which attachments you would like to take off. Personally, I think these 5 attachments combined are like the best way you can run this weapon. But I've given you the other options and some information if you'd like to try to mix it up a bit. Especially now that you can tune lasers for some reason, this thing just got even better than it was before. Want to show support to the channel? The easiest way to do that is just to leave a like and subscribe on the channel down below. If you have not already, boys and girls, I'll talk to you in the next video. A pizza.
Hostiles confirmed in the AO.
Target area confirmed. Get to the hard point. Gas hands activate. Hard point. Stand by. Hostile UAV overhead. Hostile UAV active.
Enemy spotted.
Hostile SAE near your position. UAV ready. Hostile UAV overhead. UAV ready for tasking.
Changing
Friendly
back.
counter UAV is online. Target area. Hostile. Waiting the next hard point. Get ready. Enemies inside the perimeter. UAV standing by. Hostile UAV in the sector. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. UAV ready to deploy. Enemies inside the perimeter.
Reloading. Enemy fighter hit. Bring your sector. Drop.
Remain. Target area updated. Move to the hardpoint.
Throwing septics.
Enemy personnel at the hardpoint. UAV ready for tasking. Hardpoint relocating.
Ah, scheiße.
Mission failed. Return to base.